Welcome back to another episode of Podcast Demastered, a place where we celebrate our love for all things nerdy. I'm Wade.
And I'm Chelsea.
On today's episode, we will be demastering a very special 151st episode of Pokémon.
Yes.
To celebrate the 30th anniversary of Pokémon, which, I mean, like, if you're a millennial like us, that's kind of a thing, isn't it? Like, wow, what an anniversary.
Yeah, but it's also like, okay, thanks, we're really old, yeah.
Also, yeah, we didn't need that reminder, thank you so much. But yeah, like, I remember just a few years ago, when Pokemon hit their 25th anniversary, and I was just like, okay, sure, why not? But now the 30th, I'm like, oh my god. It's like
milestone.
turning 25 compared to turning 30, like in real life. Until that first number changes, it's nothing. It doesn't matter. That first number goes up. Oh god, we're playing a different game here. But Pokemon turning 30. I mean, what a world we live in, where we've gotten to enjoy Pokemon for 30 years.
I know.
I don't know. It's so hard to think about.
I know. It's kind of crazy, too, because I think this is probably the first time we're really doing an episode dedicated to Pokemon. We probably have briefly talked about Pokemon at some point, but not
probably
as its own dedicated episode.
Yeah. And, and I'm so happy you were, like, all about, like, yeah, let's do a Pokemon episode. And I was like, okay. Like, all right.
Yeah.
Because, Chelsea's a nerd, but she's not that kind of nerd. That's me. I'm that kind of nerd. But I got to drag Chelsea, not even kicking and screaming. Hey. So
no, I mean, I am still stuck in like the OG Pokemon era.
Oh
like,
yeah,
that was my era. That the very beginning. I grew up, enjoyed all of that, and we'll definitely get to touch upon that in this episode, as well as everything to enjoy now.
So much to enjoy now. How many Pokemon do you think there are now, Chelsea? If you could put a number to it, what do you think? Not an over or under number. Like, tell me a number. What do you think?
Well, I originally was going to say 800, but now I think there's probably 1,000.
Doesn't sound like an answer to me.
965.
1,025 Pokemon.
So it is over 1,000. Okay.
It is. Yep, it sure is. Crazy.
Wow. I probably only know the first 250, 300.
Hey, you know what, though? That's okay. That's okay. When I remember in college all the time, there was that, what is that? There's a quiz website where you have quizzes over everything. You just like type in your answers into the little box.
Oh,
no. Oh, God, no.
Oh, okay, God, I was like...
That was something different. No, not
they didn't have
not
quizzes,
like not like take this quiz to find out you're like, no, not like that.
Okay.
Like it quizzed you over stuff. So people can make them. So it was whatever. I'm going to have to go look this up later. But there was one I would do all the time. Like, it was like a Saturday night and I happened to be home. Me and my roommate would sit there and we would each pull this up on our laptops. And it was like, can you name all 151 original Pokemon? And here's the thing. You had to spell them right, too, or wouldn't know what you were trying to say. And it was a race. It gives you a time limit. But we're like, we don't need the time limit. We're racing each other. Yeah. And so, like, we would just kind of set up, like, not next to each other, but, like, close enough to we could, like, see if the person was cheating or not. It was just, like, on your mark, get set, go. And it was just a flurry of clacks for, like, 7 minutes. Just name. And you could just see them, like, pop up in their little boxes. Like, they're, like, numbered boxes on the screen. And we would do that, but not for just the first ones, but, like, for the second gen, maybe the third gen, maybe the fourth gen if we were feeling ornery. But I'm gonna have to go look that up legit because it's amazing.
Yeah. But talking about trying to name all the Pokemon too, I was thinking about that because in the last couple weeks I've been thinking about Pokemon and I'm like, I haven't really thought about all of them in a long time, but the fact that I still can recall a good majority of them is also crazy.
I bet if I flashed random Pokemon at you from the 151, I bet you would. Yeah. I bet you'd nail those suckers. I bet you would.
Yeah. It was a core of my growing up, so.
It was. And, and it's weird because, when you're little, you're so impressionable and your thoughts, right? You're not thinking about anything that, like, we as adults have to think about on a minutely basis. Our brains are free to wander and create and to explore and to imagine. Do you remember any wild, crazy, like, rumors about Pokemon? when we were super duper little, like playground stuff where people were talking about like, oh my God, did you know you can do this or this?
I don't know in particular. I just remember in general the idea of I wish Pokemon were real and I was a Pokemon trainer. And I was like, yes, I need them to be real. I need this to be my
Yeah.
profession in life as a young
we
child.
we had this rumor going around in our neighborhood because there was this like bully, like older kids, and they told us one day. I mean, good Lord, I was like 7. Okay, give me a break. But they told us that they had actually announced on the news that the government was like working with scientists to create Pokemon. And that by the year, like, whatever, blankety blank, they would start releasing them into the wild.
Uh-huh.
And, like, 7-year-old us were like, oh my God, that's crazy. I can't believe we'll get the chance to, like, blah, 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 blah. I mean, did that rumor last long? Oh, no. No, we're not that gullible. But, like, is it something fun to think about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny. But yeah, it also sounds totally legit to a child.
Everything sounded so legit. I mean, like, there's the basic one that everybody grew up hearing. Like, in Pokemon Red and Blue, like, you could catch a Mew.
Oh, yes.
Like, you know, like the truck, right? It's like, you use a Pokemon, it use strength on the truck, and the Mew is underneath the truck. You know, that's so funny because in later, like, remakes and stuff like that, the development team actually went and put the truck in the game because they thought they were funny.
Oh my gosh.
But I also had one at my school, and my friend Keith told me this, so screw you, Keith. But he told me that if I caught a Fearow and I was fighting a Snorlax, that I could have my Fearow like use like Drill Peck or something on the Snorlax, and it would one-hit KO the Snorlax.
Oh.
Because, like, well, the Fearow's beak is so sharp, like, why wouldn't it? You know, even with a Snorlax, and I was so disappointed for some reason when I couldn't make it true, right? I couldn't, do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, here I am. I know better now.
Yeah.
The ripe age of 35.
Well, talking about, like, our introduction to Pokemon, what's, like, the games your introduction? Was it the show? Was it the cards?
That's tough, you know? I think the cards were first for me.
Okay.
Like, so we were pretty poor growing up. So I remember when the games came out because it felt like all of my friends had games. I did have a Game Boy. We had 2 Game Boys in my family. We had one for my mom and one for us kids to share, of course, naturally. We only had Tetris, though. We were a Tetris family. So we had a Game Boy, but, like, my mom was like, when it came to video games, it's like, if the video game doesn't work for everybody, we're not getting the video game, pick something else. Which, of course, my sisters were like, I don't want a video game. So new video games came from, like, garage sales and stuff like that. For the most part. But all my friends had Pokemon Red or Pokemon Blue, one of the two. So I would get to watch them play. We did not have cable for a vast majority of my childhood, but I got to go to my friends' houses to watch Pokemon from time to time. But the cards, I think, were it. Because I, like, right when, like, my first friends that had Pokemon cards, they were like, oh, we got, like, a bunch of doubles. Like, here, you know, take this, take this, take this. And I remember getting 2 cards, a Squirtle and a Staryu.
Aw,
and
Squirtle, yes.
I like that original Squirtle artwork. I loved Squirtle so much. And one of my friends, a different friend, like at school, I think it was like, oh my gosh, I got an extra Pikachu. Do you want to trade me for the Squirtle? And I was like, but of course, you know, it's Pikachu. It's Pikachu. And I was just like, okay. So I thought about it all school day. And before we went home, I ran up to him and was like, yeah, I'm going to trade. So we traded my Squirtle for his Pikachu. I took that Pikachu home. By the time I got home, I was like, I have made a mistake. And legit, at, 7 years old, I remember sitting there, like, going to bed and, like, looking, like, I had my Staryu card. Loved the Staryu card. Because also, Staryu is, like, on the beach, like, in the sand, Yes. I can still, like, see that. But then looking at the Pikachu, it was just, like, not the same. And I, like, cried. And it was just like, why? I was 7, okay? And my mom came in and she was like, what? Like, what is wrong? What on earth is wrong with you? And I was like, I traded this Pikachu card today for my Squirtle card, but I think I like my Squirtle card better. And I don't know what to do. And she was like, take it back to school tomorrow and ask him to trade back. Like, obviously. I'm like, Mom, that's not how trading works.
Yeah.
No, it was, because I went back to school and I said, hey, I think I'd like to have my Squirtle card. I had like the Pikachu card in a little envelope and everything. Like, look how well I've treated this card.
Yeah.
But luckily, he actually felt the same way.
Aw.
He missed his Pikachu card, so we traded back, and my life was forever fixed. It's fine.
Oh, that's
Fine.
great. Talking about like kids trading these Pokemon cards and stuff, that's such an interesting like upbringing we had though, because you did have kids who were very cutthroat, very like tricky with some things, trying to get things from you, and you could either become the fool or, you know, just take a step back. But yeah.
And you know, like in the age before the internet, I'd be like, here's my Oddish card. I really want that Gyarados. Dude, this Oddish card's worth $5. Like, fact check.
Yes.
Like, you couldn't. You could not.
Yeah. Or I had kids who'd be like, hey, if you give me this card, we could sell it and get a bunch of money, and then I'll give you the... Yeah. No, that didn't.
Never saw it again.
Nope. Exactly. Oh my gosh.
You know, like, the original cards, trading, you know, playing, whatever you're doing... It was, I don't know, it was like literally our first card game.
Yeah.
The world was just not the same after Pokemon came out. And that was in the realm of video games. That was in the realm of like cartoons. That was in the realm of like trading cards, you know? We didn't have trading cards really. And like Magic had existed, you know, at that point for a while. But like we were 7. We were not playing Magic. I didn't know what Magic was till I was like 15. You know, not Magic's fault. Magic's lovely. I love Magic. But it's not Pokemon. It's just not Pokemon, though. And then, like, going to, like, the movie theaters and watching, you know, the first 3 movies as they came out and getting the special promo cards. Do you remember the original promo cards from the first one?
No, I
They
do
weren't,
not.
like, they weren't holographic, you know? They weren't, like, pretty. But do you remember they had the Pokemon, like, the first movie? Like imprint, golden imprint on the card artwork. You might have to go Google that later.
Yeah. I was like, the only Pokemon cards that I have from the first movie is because during this time, like Pokemon had their like regular Pokemon trading cards, but then they also around the movie time had these like movie cards that were like
movie cards. That's like scenes from the movie.
Yes.
And it like told you what was happening on the back.
Yes. So I have a good amount of them.
This is when Ash died.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That movie was such a dark movie for a children's movie. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I cried. Heck yes. When I saw that movie, I do remember seeing that in theaters. I think I went with my mom, and I think my mom was like, yeah, Chelsea, we'll take you to see this Pokemon movie.
She's like, bro, really? An hour and a half?
She's like, I guess you like it, but I got to go, and that was exciting. But yeah, I mean, I guess like there were so many different like promos for those early movies, and then talking about specifically with Pokemon. But that was the only movie I remember specifically seeing in theaters. I'm not sure if I ever saw any of the other Pokemon ones.
Oh man. Okay. So the first one is actually the one I did not get to go see in theaters because it was like one of those things where like the beginning of Pokemon, things moved fast, you know, like the cards, the game, the show, everything was happening so quickly. And all of a sudden, like there's a movie in the middle of the summer. My friend's like, we went to go watch a Pokemon movie. And I'm like, I'm sorry, the what? And of course, like we were super poor. We were not going to watch a movie. And I remember my poor friend, he's like, well, I'm going to go watch it this afternoon. Maybe we can take you. And I was like, do I dare hope? No, I didn't. Oh. I did not hope because I could not go. Which, valid. We lived in a trailer park. Like, there wasn't money to go around for that. But I did get to go watch the second one, which had the second, like, the special, like, Ancient Mew card. It was, like, it was not a trading card. It was, like, a special card just for the movie. But it was, like, super sparkly, and it was, like, in the movie itself. Like, it was a card that existed in the movie. Like the villain owned the card. And then the third one, you got like a special like reverse holofoil intake card.
Yeah, super cool.
Super cool. I mean, and you know, I don't think any of the other movies really had like full theatrical releases. So I don't think the promo thing wasn't quite the same after that. But other movies took up after that, like the Yu-Gi-Oh movie. You got a little pack of cards. Like there was one card you'd get. And it was like 1 of 4, I think. It was completely random. And the packaging, like, you could not see through the packaging. So you could be like, hey, can you get me one that has this card in it? They were like, no, leave me alone. And just threw something at you and you would leave. But whatever.
Yeah. But talking about when I asked you the question about like what like you were first introduced to, I realized that that was such a hard question because I've been trying to think about like what thing was I introduced to first. I almost want to say it was the TV show. But I didn't have cable growing up, but I think it must have been a local station because I remember watching on Kids
it was
WB.
On a local station. Yeah.
Yeah. And I would watch it after school. And that was like my one thing. Like once it was done, it was time for no more TV after that. It was time to do your homework or whatnot. Or enjoy the outdoors, you know.
Back in the day when our parents kicked us outside and said, don't come back until it's dark.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. But I definitely remember watching that. And then, so I do own now a Pokemon game, but I never had a Game Boy for like a good couple years. I would watch like my friends and stuff. They had the Pokemon games and I would check it out. But I didn't have a Pokemon game until I was much older. I would say probably high school.
Wow.
Yeah. Because, I think I remember specifically, like, went to a GameStop later on and bought Pokemon Red. And I was like, I'm just going to get it now. Which I got it, apparently, like, a little bit before it became such a, like, a huge nostalgic thing to be like, you have to make sure you have the real ones.
Imagine walking into a GameStop and just buying Pokemon Red. Just all demure and casual, like.
Yes.
And not having to, like, fight some old lady for it.
And then make sure it's actually real or something as well. I didn't have to worry about that. Yeah.
Also, yes. Mm-hmm. That's fair. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But because we grew up in such a time of basically the Pokemon boom, which I would say that Pokemon has still always kind of been a thing. And I think specifically if you talk about like the trading cards, I feel like they've seen like a newer resurgence almost in the last like 5+ years.
Have. But and it's wild because it's not just like moved like and this is the thing, right? Okay, this is an overarching comment I'm about to make. Pokemon is something that has not left its original target audience. You know, it's not like, you know, you could say choose something else. Like maybe My Little Pony. People will grow out of that, and so they have to go, okay, let's recombobulate here. Let's look at new target audience. Okay, we got to do it again. Okay, we got to do it again. Pokemon doesn't have to do that because Pokemon doesn't, like, you do not grow out of Pokemon necessarily. I mean, sure, so of course some people did, naturally, you know, but they also grew out of, I mean, everything. But Pokemon itself is for everybody. It's never left our generation. It didn't get passed on to anybody. We just kept adding people to it. Just generation after generation after generation. And even today, like, it just adds people on. So yes, like, the card game specifically is a whole other beast nowadays because it's not kids, it's adults and everything in between. Like, they have to have separate leagues to cover everybody's bases, you know what I mean? And that's, frankly, it's beautiful.
Yeah. It's so wild, but yeah, you making that point about how like it hasn't left basically our generation is pretty crazy, but it makes sense because, for example, you could also think about how with Pokemon Go, when that first started and everything, by being this phone app where it like, you know, much older with these phones and just bringing back that, which is
Go was
totally
wild.
Evolved. Yeah.
Yeah. Because like, yes, it was a huge nostalgia hit. Like when it came out, people were jumping in like purely because, oh my god, it's the original 150. Like, you know, yada yada yada. It got people social, it got people moving and grooving. Yes. But since then, like, it's expanded into this whole other thing. But like, there are people who play Pokemon Go who frankly have no idea what Pokemon is. You know, it's a collecting game. They're just like, oh, that's cute. I'll catch that. Oh, I don't have that thing yet. I'll catch it. Like, friends, my friends, their girlfriends, fiancés, whoever. It's just like, they come in, they're like, this thing. Yeah, like, you all play it. Yeah, let's play it together. And, like, they're more into it than I am. But they couldn't tell me the first thing about, like, what Pokemon is. But they love themselves some Pokemon Go. It's crazy.
Oh my
but
gosh.
I love that, though. I love that.
Yeah.
Because Pokemon is for everybody.
For people. Yeah.
Sure is, absolutely. Now, Pokemon Go also ticks me off frequently. And people know why. Like,
Oh
if you
gosh.
play Pokemon Go, you freaking know why. I'm going to punch somebody. But
Oh gosh.
it's fine.
I haven't
It's
I haven't
fine.
played in years. I know, just even
It's okay.
mentioning Pokemon Go, I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's," but playing at the very beginning and it being such a thing of, I swear, like, my friends and I, we would used to like get in the car and like
Yeah.
drive around
Mm-hmm.
places, drive 30 plus minutes away and just like try to get that Pokemon, or late night, trying to cheat, like, oh, we're totally walking by driving 5 miles per hour in our
Yeah.
downtown.
Or like finding places to post on like Facebook groups and stuff. Like, oh, I was over here right now in this city, and there's a Blastoise, and then everybody's just like en masse going to that one location for the next
Yes.
5 minutes, because they
Mm-hmm.
spawn in and they spawn out. Like, oh my god,
Oh my
there's a
gosh.
Dragonite over here, and it's like a whole big thing. Oh my
Yes.
god.
I love that. And then my parents even got into it for a while as well. Both my parents, we went to like a night at the zoo that they had, because that was when the zoo wanted to be like, oh, well, we have animals. Why don't we host an event and say, we have all these Pokemon here, so you need to come and walk around the
Oh
zoo
my
and
gosh.
catch
I mean, the
Pokemon.
zoo is a great place to play Pokemon Go, though. There's
Yes.
Pokemon stops everywhere, and it is flooded with Pokemon. Honestly, I mean, that's good marketing.
Yeah.
Good job.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wow. That like kind of unlocked this part of my brain I hadn't thought about in a while, because yeah, I've had these like snippets over my life of a little bit of Pokemon here and there. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's wild how much when you let things, they seep into other parts of your life, and they
Mm-hmm.
become entangled with the memories and the feelings and the people. And everything
Yeah.
else. And the thing I love about Pokemon, like the company, is that they know that. They understand that. So every time, like they're always pushing those buttons. They don't want you to enjoy Pokemon. They want you to enjoy the world and your life with Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the Pokemon Company gets, and sometimes deserves, a lot of flack for some decisions that they make. But their
Yeah.
philosophy in their product, I've always
Mm.
appreciated that about them, Like,
Yeah.
just today, they announced the new Pokemon generation. Generation
Mm-hmm.
10. Oh my gosh. Pokemon, yeah, right. Pokemon
Oh
Wind and
gosh.
Waves. And like watching that little trailer, oh my god, I'm just like, give it to me now. Like, because, like on a small level, like I get to love and enjoy Pokemon, but I also get to love and enjoy Pokemon with my husband. When new
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon games come out, we get them both, we split them, we play them side by side.
Yeah.
It just can't happen any other way. It just cannot. It's essentially a part of our marriage at this point. We have to do that, you know?
Yeah. Oh man. Talking about the, like, just kind of that aspect of with family, it's kind of brings me back a little bit to like the trading cards.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was younger, my dad used to travel like out of the country for his job, and I had to look this up because I could not find like where these cards originated, but my dad came back with like a couple pack of Pokemon cards, and they were Spanish Pokemon cards, but they were cards I had never seen before. I think what I've discovered now, they came in these like, yes, I still have the package they came
Oh,
in.
wow.
It's these like, it's this very, very shiny package. It says Pokemon 2 on it, so it must have been like the second version of them. But what was interesting about these cards is there's these bright, like neon colored cards, and on the back of them, they had like a Pokédex
Oh,
type
yeah, for
style.
sure.
Yeah. So what I think I discovered, I
Okay.
don't know which country it was, but I think from my research, these are from Chile. And these are like a special
Okay.
like brand or like cards that used to make cards called Solo, and they're Chilean Pokemon cards, which is really cool. And so I still have these cards. They even came
That's
with like
really
a
cool.
shiny sticker. I never use the stickers. The stickers are with my cards in its own little sleeve.
I too used to slide unused Pokemon stickers into card
Oh
sleeves
my gosh.
because, like, how dare you use them?
I know. I am actually such a sticker hoarder, but that is a whole nother conversation, except for the ones that I have plastered all over my binder. That is not just my binder of Pokemon cards, but of all of
Yeah.
my cards. But yeah, they're really
Uh-huh.
fun
You know,
cards.
you know,
So.
and we've had this discussion before, but like way back in the day, where they had the guidebook, the little handy book for your Pokédex.
Yes. Oh my
that showed
gosh.
all the Pokemon. Like we've talked about that before. I had this. You had the original one, right? The red one that had
Yes,
like
it is
Pikachu on it. You
barely
got it. Okay. Yeah,
yeah,
hanging in
yes.
there.
Yes.
I had the next one. It was green, and it had Mew and Togepi and Pikachu on it. Had lost it, and then I went online and I found a new one, and I bought it. I was like,
Yes.
oh my god, it was like $7, and I was like, hell yes.
Yes.
Well, my original one, and I think this is where it came from. It came with a sticker sheet. It was just very basic Pokemon stickers, just white background. Like the sticker just kind of like traced like the outline of the Pokemon, and I took those and I put those all over my Pokemon binder. And they were on that binder until the day that all my Pokemon cards met their very miserable end. But I just thought about it. I'm like, wait, when I bought that other book, there was no sticker sheet. There was a poster in it, but there's no sticker sheet. But I couldn't imagine anything else I would have got that sticker sheet out of, so I don't know.
Yeah.
So, were your parents ever like against Pokemon? We should probably bring this up.
Not really per se. I think my parents just didn't want me spending all my time watching TV and playing video games.
I mean,
type idea.
Valid. That's fair.
Yeah. So.
When Pokemon, like anytime when we were younger, anytime something got too popular, what did the news do?
Oh, yes.
Call it Satan worship. Yeah, right answer. Pokemon was absolutely there. And I was not allowed to play Pokemon, which of course this was after I already loved Pokemon and made it my whole personality. So good job on that, Mom. But I was not allowed to because it was Satan worship. Why? I don't know. But also, like, why are you abusing animals? That's not cool of you. And like, remember when PETA had its whole thing and whatever. And anyway, my mom got over it eventually. But I remember the first Christmas that Pokemon was like truly here to stay. And I was like, I don't care what you get me. I just want Pokemon. Like, Pokemon cards would be cool because where I grew up, they were so hard to find. You could not go to Walmart and buy them. We did not have, we had like one card store, but like he did not exist much past Pokemon being a thing. Partly because he probably couldn't get Pokemon cards. But I digress again. It was one of the things where, like, I want Pokemon cards, but like, Pokemon, please. There's a theme here. Let's read the room. And I woke up Christmas morning and I opened all my things. And that might have been when I got that little book. The Pokédex book. I got like the Scholastic books. You remember those? Little chapter books.
Oh, man.
Little first grade.
Yes.
I got all of those. It was like a little collection and like a shirt, but no cards, no video game, no show. Because those absolutely not. Could not partake. Very upset about it.
Yeah.
Did I wear my little shirt and did I read my little books? Yes, I did.
Yes.
But I did it angrily.
Yeah. No, I was like, no, because I think my parents bought me a lot of these things. Like, they bought me this book, which I was laughing. I was looking at the front cover of this book, and I was like, wow, you can tell I'm a millennial. And at the little part at the front of the book, there's like a little Pokédex, and you could put your name in it. I wrote in gel pens. So I even drew like a Pokemon. Yeah.
Naturally. What else did we write with back then? Nothing.
I know. Nothing. The little ones with the little nubs where you push them all up. Little pencils. Oh, yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, God. Those pencils.
Yeah. Yeah, those things were annoying. But when you talked about merchandise and shirts, okay. So that was something I was always jealous of. Being female, a lot of the merchandise was always geared towards guys. And
like, yeah.
Which also, it's funny because like I could have totally bought a shirt from like the boys section or something, but that was, that's kind of a little bit before the time of like, let's, breaking down those barriers, like for everything. Sure. Like they were, they were for boys only, but I'm like, I'm a girl, but I like these things too. Why can't I have a shirt? Or then sometimes if they do, they would be like bright pink or something. I'm like, okay, I'm a girl, but that doesn't mean I wear pink all the time. Let's branch out.
You cannot have your cake and eat it too, Chelsea. Come on.
But I want it.
We grew up in the 90s. That's just not how it works.
I know. But yeah, that's what I always remember and being like, yeah, jealous of that and stuff. But I was able to enjoy things like I had sticker packs and coloring pages and the handbook and stuff and trading cards to keep me occupied.
We made do. We certainly made do. Now, when I finally got my grubby little paws on Pokemon Red, which was never purchased for me, I had a friend who had both. So basically, I got to borrow Red indefinitely. When I say indefinitely, I might actually still have it. I'm so sorry, Hayden. But anyway, whatever. I did play the crap out of it, but by that point, that was like right when Gold and Silver came out. Which, again, had another friend who indefinitely lent me his Silver so we could play them together. And also like version exclusives and trading evolutions. Hello. Had to get that done. But man, I remember like Gold and Silver specifically, I would just beat Silver and then I would beat Silver again and beat it again and beat it again. Like just, it was constant. I loved Red, but I loved Silver. I mean, it was just a whole different thing. Have you ever played Gold, Silver, or Crystal?
No, I've watched people play it. So I looked up which Pokemon game was the first one I owned. It was Platinum.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, Platinum's a good one. Platinum's a good game, though.
Yeah. Like, it was cool, but I mean, it's very different than, like, the earlier ones.
Oh
so
yeah.
That's why. Yeah.
You go from, like, Red
different.
to Platinum, you're like, what? Wait, here is this? That's a whole different thing,
future.
For sure.
Yeah.
The future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always wanted to play all the older ones, though. But yeah, I never got to. But they always looked so cool, and there were definitely plenty of my friends who had those, and those are the rare occasions where I did enjoy watching people playing games. I definitely am the person who loves to play games myself, but yeah, definitely during that time, it was fun seeing.
You know, we grew up having to watch people play games a lot, which is odd because, like, you know, kids today love watching people play games on, like, YouTube, but not in person. Because in person, they're like, well, why can't I just play it?
Yeah. That's what we did when we were younger.
Yeah. You like fight for controllers and stuff like that. Or take turns, like, until I die. Like, this is my turn. But not with Pokemon. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
My older sister was notorious for taking the Game Boy and starting a new file on Pokemon and then saving. I mean, we got in fights over it and I would shed tears. I would be so angry with her. It's like, and I don't think she ever did it on purpose. Well, my older sister didn't do it on purpose. My younger sister did because she's a monster sometimes. But, you know, sorry, Kristen, for how angry I would get about that. But like, you did it a lot. You could have learned eventually to not save. Because the thing is if you wanted to start over, you could just start over. Just don't save. Just don't save, you know? Just don't save. But also kudos to my sister. There's not multiple
save files, yeah.
Even to this day, there's not. Oh my gosh. No. But that's a different conversation. You know, Kristen was bad about that. But you know what she was good about? Playing the card game with me. I did teach her how to play, and she would play with me sometimes. So, you know, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. She's 5 years older than me, you know? So, like, she had other things going on, but... She got to
found play time to play with you.
She found time to play Pokemon with her brother, so it's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't think I ever actually played the card game. I don't even know how to play it. No,
you're not alone. You know, it's really easy.
Them and trading.
Playing is so easy. Like it's the easiest card game out there. Which is not a bad thing. It's one of those things where it's like easy to learn, but there's like more advanced things if you like really want to dive deep into it, but you don't have to, you know?
Yeah.
It can be basic. That's okay.
Yeah. I was like, Pokemon was my first card game to collect. I was like, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Though. That was the one I...
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a whole different thing. Oh,
you gotta have like a master's degree to play Yu-Gi-Oh! These days. It's a mess, but whatever. Wow. Okay, well, you know, we did kind of bust out some old games over the last week or so, you know, just to kind of relive a little nostalgia. What game did you play?
So I've started my journey in Pokemon Red. I am still very, very early in the process, but it just brought me back. I did play it on my SP, which I really feel... I know, but it's also like, thank goodness, because of that backlit screen.
The backlit screen, oh my god. Like, shut up about that, because I never had one. I never got an SP until I had a DS, which I purchased with my own money. I was one of those stupid kids standing, like, next to the damn lamps all the time. Like, life was hard. Life was hard for handhelds before the Game Boy Advance SP. It truly was. And I loved my Game Boy to pieces. It's still clinging to life somewhere. But we had a life together. But man, if that had been an SP.
Yeah. No, I'm like, I'm old now, and I don't have time to try to like shine a light, look at an
No
angle on
way.
my Game Boy Color to play this. I was like, I just want to sit comfortably and just chill out and play. I was also impressed that my SP could still hold a charge. Like, I don't know, I haven't played this thing in years. So the fact it
Oh, I
did that,
forgot. It was also the first one who actually charged.
yes, which
It
is
didn't
nice.
use batteries. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah. So I played that on there, and I was curious, like, I don't know, like, if it, like, how long the save files keep on it. Well, it said my file was corrupted, so I had to completely start over
Yeah.
anyway. I was kind of curious to see, like, what my Pokemon were and
Yeah.
what levels, but oh well. So I started from the beginning.
There are people who, like, their jobs are to go out to, like, vintage stores and stuff and find old Pokemon games. And just like, okay, we're going to see, like, what this team is on this game. And then it's just like, and it's all, like, Pokemon that are nicknamed, like, horrendous war crimes. And it's like, oh, okay, well, all right.
Yeah. I chose not to make any nicknames for my Pokemon this time. I'm like, I'm just going to go. I don't have time to think of
a hard time doing that.
names. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, it's a Squirtle, and I want it to be Blastoise when it's a Blastoise.
Yeah.
And I'm just not good at nicknames, too, you know? I'm good.
Yeah. You also played one of the early
Yes.
ones, right?
Yeah, I played Pokemon Yellow.
Yes.
Yeah, which, you know, having a little Pikachu follow you around all the time.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, yeah, that was such a thing, though. And then when they didn't do that in Gen 2, people were like, why?
Shame.
Why not? But again, that conversation also came up in, like, literally every generation from then on out. Why don't Pokemon follow you? Like, they really, like,
fun, yeah.
shot themselves in the foot for that.
Yeah. Oh, man. But I think that's always a thing, too. When you play the early games, it's always like, what is your starter Pokemon, though? I mean, what do you typically choose?
Okay, so for instance, Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green came out today. And I bought both of them. Sorry, people, I bought both, and I started Leaf Green because I had Fire Red. I have Fire Red, and I didn't play Leaf Green a whole lot, so we're just like, we'll just do Leaf Green. In Kanto, I usually start with Squirtle. Squirtle is my number one, my GG, my ride or die, always has been. 30 years later, still clowning together.
That's fair. I do love Squirtle, though.
Now, can I play with the other two? Yeah, I can. I've played games with them.
Yeah.
But when I'm feeling nostalgic, when I'm feeling my feelings, Squirtle.
Makes sense. Charmander's mine.
You basic ass.
Excuse you.
It is statistically proven. I don't want to hear it.
Well, anyway, I went with Charmander. I was debating with Squirtle, but I'm never going to pick Bulbasaur. Sorry, Bulbasaur's kind of cute, but I'm just not really a Bulbasaur fan.
Bulbasaur is actually the best starter to choose in those specific games.
Well, I like a challenge, I guess. No.
Well, Charmander is definitely the hard way to start in in Kanto, because, like, you have the rock gym leader and then you have the water gym leader. I guess poor Charmander is getting abused the whole time. So, I mean, I like Charizard. I do. I just hate that Charizard gets so much love all of the time. It's just like, do you have 1,000 Pokemon? Could you just choose somebody else today to focus on, please?
That's fair.
Look at my boy Blastoise. What's he doing? Nothing. Go play with him for a while.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, Charizard is not actually, like, one of my top Pokemon, though. Like, I do actually just like Charmander as one of them. And I'm like, no, I have a plenty of variety of favorite Pokemon, so don't worry. I'm not that big.
Prove it.
Prove it?
Prove it.
Okay.
Hit me right now. One favorite Pokemon. Go.
I have 10. How about 10?
10. Weak. Give me one. Go.
Well, I said Charmander, Squirtle. Okay, well, fine. If you want, like, one of my top ones, it would be Haunter.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yes.
I'm going to say Vileplume.
Okay.
I love Vileplume. He says in Leaf Green, there is no Vileplume line because I'm choosing to play with Victory Bell instead. But anyway, I digress.
Okay. Another one of my favorites. Okay, fine. Kadabra. I love my psychic
okay.
Pokemon.
Okay, not Alakazam even.
No.
Okay, we're not.
Abra's okay, but no, right in the middle.
Okay. Let's see. Slowbro. We'll go with another psychic Pokemon. I love Slowbro. Actually, I love Slowking. King. No difference. Not really. But Slowbro, though. Absolutely. I'll take Slowbro.
Okay. Here's another crazy one. Scyther.
Okay. Samesies. I love
Just
good
cool.
Scyther.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love good Scyther. You know he can evolve, right?
Yes.
Okay, into Scizor, the steel bug Pokemon.
Yeah.
Did you know he can evolve again? Like a different Pokemon. Like Scizor does not evolve, but Scyther has 2 evolutions.
No.
You didn't know that. That's okay. It's
so.
kind of new. It's kind of new.
Okay.
In 2021, like the first Pokemon Legends game.
Oh,
It's
definitely
called
not then.
Yeah, for sure. It's called Cleavor.
Okay.
He turns into like a rock Scyther. Like a primitive rock
Interesting.
Scyther. Uh-huh. Oh, she's got to look it up.
Yes, I have to look it up.
She's got to see him. She's got to see him.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's
stick with Scyther.
That's fair. Yeah, a lot of people do. It's okay. Okay, let's see. All right, so we went samesies on Scyther. Hit me with another one.
Okay. Jolteon.
Okay, Vaporeon. Internet, shut up. I don't want to hear about it. Continue.
Zapdos.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Okay, out of the 3, no, I think I gotta go Articuno.
Okay.
I think, except in Pokemon 2000, when all you do is hear Articuno scream all the time and you want to punch it in the face. It's like call is so annoying. Although Zapdos is kind of annoying too. Because like they see Zapdos, he's trapped, and they're like having a conversation. Zapdos is like in the background just like screeching. It's like, dog, it's not your screen time right now, shut up. But yeah, I think I gotta go Articuno.
Okay. Yeah, I like my electric Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they start getting a little more basic. Like, I have a couple more that I like. You know, okay. Like, I have to say Eevee in general. Eevee.
Naturally,
freaking
right?
adorable.
Naturally.
Just,
we're gay, Chelsea. It's part of the package. Okay. It's true.
Okay.
Statistically proven.
Is Eevee also one of yours, or you want to pick a different
Yes,
one?
naturally, absolutely. Is Jolteon your favorite evolution? Like, out of all 8 of them?
Yes.
Okay. My favorite is Espeon. The psychic
Espeon
one.
is cool. Mm-hmm.
Which fits because Brandon's is Umbreon, the dark one. So we go together really well on that one.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay, here. Let me give you a this or that.
Okay.
Arcanine or Ninetales?
Arcanine.
Ninetales. Well, that's crazy.
I do like Vulpix, though, but I don't really like Ninetales.
That's, it's fair because it's you look at Ninetales and you do not look at Ninetales and go, oh, that's a fire Pokemon, right?
Yeah,
its coloring is kind of basic for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. But I like it. I like Arcanine too. I like Arcanine too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How about Starmie? Starmie's one of my favorites.
I mean,
meh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess I'm not really a water Pokemon person.
See, I like if I had to like be a type of Pokemon, I'm a water Pokemon trainer. I always have been. Water Pokemon, and it's one of those things because like I think there's like the most water Pokemon in most games. Like water tends to be like really heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always loved water Pokemon. Just how I am. Would electric be yours since you said you love electric Pokemon?
I know. I was looking at like the different ones that were my favorites. I'm like, it's either, I don't know if it's completely electric because I do like some of the psychic ones, electric, fire, and like ghost. So I'm on the darker work stream. Yeah, it's so
hard, right? Psychic is another big one for me.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of games that I can have Espeon in, like easily through the story of the game. I do end up having Espeon, but it's not. My love for Espeon actually came from gameplay, not because I liked its look or anything like that. In Pokemon Platinum, I was playing through the game and I wasn't having like my team was just falling apart. It was a bad time, and I got an Eevee. Like I got the Eevee in the game, like right before the Elite Four. So I was like, I have got to clean this team up. Like, it's a freaking mess. My levels were all over the place because when you're young, you're just kind of doing what you want to do. But I was like, I'm going to train this Eevee up, and it evolved. And I was like, oh, I totally forgot about, like, it's not like water, fire, electric variants. It got into Espeon. I was like, well, I don't have a psychic type, so that's fine. That works. And me and this Espeon, I went through the Victory Road, training it because I mean, I had it level like 20, 25. Like, it started way down there.
Mm-hmm.
By the time, though, I got up to the Elite Four, it was level like 45, 50. Like, it was up there. My team was higher, generally.
Mm-hmm.
And I got through the Elite Four, and I was fighting, I think it was Cynthia, like the champion. And it was one of those things where, like, my team was just crumbling. Like, I beat the stupid Spiritomb, her first stupid-ass Spiritomb. I beat it, which is part Dark type, so Espeon would not work with that Pokemon at all, like, at all. I had killed it, but whatever she sent out next was just tossing me around. And at the end, it was like, okay, well, Espeon, here we go, buddy. It's you and me, friend.
Yeah.
Like, we're gonna bite one together.
End,
yeah, we're just gonna go down. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna get some experience. We're gonna move on. And that's not what happened. My Espeon proceeded to wipe Cynthia's name from history. It was just Psychic, dead. Shadow Ball, gone. I mean, just Pokemon after Pokemon. And even at the end, her dreaded Garchomp, her strongest Pokemon, I was terrified because Garchomp is fast and he is mean. And he used an attack, and he went first, and I was like, oh my god, I'm dead. And it missed. Heart attack. Psychic.
Oh my gosh.
Critical hit. Dead. One hit. I cried, and from that moment on, me and Espeon, we went places. The rest of my team, get in the box. You're done. Me and Espeon. Oh, man. So anytime I get an Espeon, I'm like, you're my number one, friend. We got this.
I get that. That's cool.
Yeah. Little story there for you.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so much to talk about with Pokemon, and we're trying to limit ourselves today. We're really just kind of talking about like the OG stuff from our childhood specifically. So listeners, I really hope that you have enjoyed kind of listening to our little nostalgia fueled rants going on.
Yes.
And if we hope that you watched the direct today as well, although you'll hear us talk about it a few days later. But we hope that you got to watch the direct. I thought it was pretty good. For the 30th anniversary, I was kind of hoping they'd give us a little bit more in terms of like celebration. But like they have a year. I'm sure there will be more. Fire Red and Leaf Green came out today. Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness comes out next month on the Switch, on the Virtual Console. Which, super happy. Amazing. I never got to play the GameCube games because but I'm confused as to why they're not releasing Pokemon Colosseum first. Because it was like the first one. Yeah, it's the first one. But I mean, whatever, because really, like, XD Gale of Darkness is like, quality of life-wise is better than Colosseum. But I wanted to play them in order. But now I'll play them however they give them to me.
Yeah.
But, like, next week, like, after this episode comes out, just a couple days later, we get Pokemon Pokopia, which, like...
Oh my gosh.
like, freaking IV me up and, like, put that in my bloodstream, because I watched their little Nintendo Treehouse on it the other day. Dead. Oh my god. And then the new trailer we got today for it. If I wasn't sold already, I'll buy 5 more copies.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it looks huge. It looks so much bigger than, like, they had shown off. Oh my god, and this is such a weird thing for Pokemon to do. Like a weird kind of game.
Yes.
But Pokemon has shown that when they make weird games, they do it right, first off. And it's always a huge hit. Like, oh my god, like, can you just start making Pokemon Pokopia 2 already? Like, I'm gonna need that in a few years.
Yeah. Oh man, but I can't wait to hear your thoughts on that game, because I'm like, yeah, if I had a Switch, I would definitely be getting that. But
I'm gonna have to try to like get some footage and just like toss it up on the socials.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like oh my god, it looks ridiculous and adorable, and it scratches all the itches that I like in video games. So yeah. I'm hoping all the reviews and like streamers and stuff that have had some time with it, I don't think I've heard a negative word about it. With really Pokemon great. Content creators, they like their negative words about it. But here we are, and I just counting down the days and the minutes and the hours. So
yeah,
we'll see.
I think I'm gonna continue with Pokemon Red though.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna keep playing. Listeners, we do have some other video games coming up this year, and actually our next episode is our big one, so...
It is a big one. We've been planning it for a while.
Yes, we have, so lots of video games to come, but yeah, in the in-between times, I'm gonna keep playing some Pokemon.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm definitely gonna keep going on Leaf Green.
Yeah.
I only played it for like 15 minutes today, but I was just like, I picked up my Squirtle and I was just like, yeah, this is right.
Yeah.
This is right. Now, could they release like Ruby and Sapphire on there? Could. That'd be pretty cool.
Maybe in the future.
I don't know. Like, this is my last thing I'll say about this, but sometimes Nintendo annoys the ever-loving hell out of me. Because, like, we all know that Nintendo and Pokemon love money, but their decisions often are like, we hate money.
Yeah.
Like, they could do so many things and people would just open their wallets until nothing left came out. And they don't do it. And it's not even like new games. It's like old games sitting on a literal mountain of gold. And they're just like, I don't think that exists. I don't think that's there. But with the release of Fire Red and Leaf Green, maybe they're like kind of gauging it. Because, in a world where you can emulate anything you want, I understand. You could go play it for free. Which, does Pokemon want you to do that? No. But the internet's also been like, if you want us to pay for things, please release them on a console that we can play them on. So we don't have to go spend $150 to buy a Fire Red cartridge, which, like, Pokemon's not getting money out of that. That's all, third-party stuff. But maybe they're eyeballing the sales for this one to see, like, is there truly money to be made in this? Which I'm going to say, of course there is.
Yes,
of course there is. They released Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, and Crystal on the 3DS Virtual Console and made, like, all the money in the world. Like, come on. People rushed. I mean, those are also $10 a piece, I believe, compared to these $20 a piece. But, like, that's whatever, man. It's whatever. I'm glad they didn't go above 20 for sure. But I don't know. Pokemon, they could do so much more than they're doing. But maybe they're looking now to see how this goes. Maybe they'll give us more later. I don't know.
Yes, we can just say this is just the beginning. Hopefully,
fingers crossed. Because you gotta play more. I gotta get you to play some more.
I know.
Yeah.
I know for sure.
Maybe someday.
There's definitely some newer ones I do want to play. It's just I need to finish everything I have. I know I don't have a Switch.
Oh my
so
God! We don't talk about the backlog, Chelsea. That's forbidden territory, man.
We always talk about the backlog.
Not tonight. Not tonight.
No, but we'll leave it with fun nostalgia with Pokemon and keep moving forward with Pokemon as well.
Yes. We hope you enjoyed our 151st very special episode. And a happy Pokemon Day to everybody. And that's it for another episode of Podcast Demastered.
If you enjoyed hanging out with us today, don't forget to follow and subscribe, leave us a review, and tell a friend.
If you have an episode idea, send us an email at demasteredpodcast@gmail.com. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, and Facebook at Pod Demastered.
Thanks for listening, and tune in for the next time we demaster our favorite things on Podcast Demastered.